Nice. Hello again everyone, I'm joined by the very lovely Candice again, and we are back in Surrey today. It's a bit of a rainy Saturday. The weather's not meant to be good for the whole weekend, so we thought we'd do something a little bit different today. We're doing a town walk. We're in Dorking. Dorking's not far from the North Downs Way. In fact, I visited Dorking very briefly to park in this exact car park for the North Downs Way Part 2. Which I did on my own. You may remember. I'll try and stick a link to that video up here somewhere. So it's just a short 3-mile circular walk. Look round Dorking, and I think there's a little bit of woodland that we might see like on the edge of Dorking. Candice is Dora the Explorer, chief navigator today. She's got the book in a map case. There's a little break in the weather actually at the moment, so we're going to make the most of it. 3 miles, nice short simple little walk, and yeah, there's a lot of famous people who've lived in Dorking. There's a few statues and stuff. I know they've got a museum, so yeah, something different, as I say. Anyways, enough talking, let's get walking. Nestling in the Surrey hills, a stone's throw from Box Hill, we'll find the historic and attractive market town of Dorking. Progress has happened here, but it has happened sympathetically. Old architecture blends with the new, while behind the busy shopping streets the peaceful River Mole threads its way quietly through the town. Dorking has also attracted a number of esteemed writers, artists and poets. Jane Austen was a regular visitor to the area and used Box Hill as a backdrop for one of the pivotal scenes in Emma, while Charles Dickens used the local coachman William Broad as the model for a character in the Pickwick Papers. Composer Ralph Vaughan Williams, 1872 to 1958, also spent much of his childhood in the area, and will find a sculpture of him outside Dorking Halls at the start of the walk. Opposite the Dorking Halls, take a look at the striking new statue of Thomas Cubitt. Though he began his working life as a ship's carpenter, Cubitt was a paternalistic employer who built up the leading construction business of the age with an eye on the welfare of his men. He was involved with several public health projects in London and also supervised the building of Polesden Lacey. Later in life he completed his greatest work, designing and building Osborne House for Queen Victoria. He made his own home at Denby's on the outskirts of Dorking and died there in 1855. A few minutes walk away lies Cotmondine, a wide open area with views of Box Hill and the North Downs that brings the countryside right into town. Cottagers once grazed their animals here, and local people still exercise their right to dry washing on a cluster of metal poles on the green. It is claimed that one of the first cricket matches in England took place here. The Glory Woods was once part of the Deepdene estate, a great lost landscape now restored and reconnected by the Deepdene Trail. The wooded knoll known as the Glory was added to the Deepdene estate by Thomas Hope in the early 19th century. Thomas was a key figure in the development of the Deepdene, a designer, author, artist and tastemaker of the 19th century. He extensively remodelled the Deepdene House and added to and developed the estate grounds. Glory Woods holds echoes of an ancient landscape, in particular a Bronze Age bowl barrow that remains today as a scheduled ancient monument. Thomas Hope ornamented the knoll with a clump of firs, Scots pines, when he owned the estate. His aim was to emphasise a wild, picturesque expanse in the wider estate, in contrast to the garden closest to the mansion, where he kept the more concentrated beauties of art. The estate that once extended over 12 square miles was shaped over hundreds of years by different owners. Influential figures include Charles Howard and his grandson. Charles shaped the early gardens in the 17th century with Italian-style terraces, fruit gardens, water features, tunnels and even an underground laboratory. His grandson created the grand Palladian Deepdene Mansion, a structure that remained at the core of the later Deepdene House. It was Thomas Hope, however, who bought the estate in 1807 and was key to the enlargement and development of the Deepdene. Thomas was a designer, author, artist and tastemaker of the 19th century. His impact on the Deepdene can still be seen and was the inspiration for its revival. We found a really nice spot to sit and have some lunch and have a little cider as well. We've just sort of come out of the clearing of a Glory Wood, which is a fantastic woodland. Really didn't expect this on this walk, and you could get lost in there. There's loads of different footpaths and stuff, and some really sort of dense bits as well. It opens out in places and then it's quite dense, and yeah, you could easily wild camp in there, so I reckon I'll be coming back here. Candice is watching two dogs down below. The owners have not put their dog on a lead and this dog's going absolutely mental, just running about, and then it looks like it's tried to assault another dog. The other dog's just not having it. Jesus Christ, Fenton! 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 Jesus Christ, Fenton!
He's really enjoying it.
He's loving it. He doesn't want to go home. The owner's going, come on, and he's just like, no, yes. He's like day out, grand day out. So the cider, I picked this up somewhere from English Heritage. I think it was down in East Sussex, and it's Anning's fruit cider. Never heard of it before. It's 4% and it's crushed mixed berries. Anning's fruit ciders are made on the Jurassic Coast World Heritage Site in glorious Devon, England. Serve over loads of ice in a tall glass and enjoy the refreshing flavours of our cider from the seashore. There we go. I was going to save it for maybe like a Sussex wild camp or walk, but Candice picked this one and just went, let's have that in Surrey, why not? Candice is holding a flask of tomato soup. I've also got another flask of beef and vegetable chunky soup and sandwiches as usual. But no one cares about that stuff. All you want to hear about is, what's the cider like? Oh, that smells good. Will you have a try first? Cheers everyone. I'll give a read again.
No.
Is it
That's
nice?
a good cider.
Is it good?
Mm.
Yeah. Right, let me have a sip. Oh god, that's good. Oh, that's a good fruit cider.
Yeah.
That's got a good mixture of things in it. It's got, well, the picture says it's got blueberries, raspberries. Is that cherry?
Yeah.
A little red thing, and then blackberries.
Yeah.
Do you know what? it actually tastes like it's got those fruits in it, like they've squeezed the juice of those fruits into it. That is really easy to drink, and it's not sickly.
No.
It's not sickly. It's sweet, but it's not sickly like a lot of fruit ciders. Like, I went off Copperbergs years ago because of that reason. You know, they're so sickly, in my opinion. That is incredible. That's a good fruit cider. I think that's elderflower as well, isn't it? So it's got elderflower as well in it. That's mad. Are they mint leaves? No, we wouldn't have mint. We'd taste mint, wouldn't we? We're trying to figure out from the picture what it's got in it. So we like that. We'll have to look for some more Anning's ciders, I reckon. What would you give it out of 10?
8.5.
You always say 8. This is like when I used to go 7, 7.5,
Yeah.
8.5.
Yeah.
You
Good.
really like it. Yeah, I'm going to give it slightly higher.
8.7.
Do you know what? I'm going to give it a 9.1.
Oh,
As fruit ciders, that's amazing,
it's a good
honestly.
cider.
You're going to have to fight me for this. Nah, go on, you have some more. That is really, really nice. I thought it was just going to be a bland sort of run-of-the-mill fruit cider again, nothing special, probably get about average. And that's like, no, go on. That's like, knocked it right out of the park. That's amazing. And I like the feel of the label. Don't know why. It's got like a, I don't know. Yeah, you're not as impressed by that, but still, very good cider that. So, yeah, if you're interested, look for an Anning's fruit cider. Highly recommend it. Cheers. Right, I'm going to crack some sandwiches and some soup out. Enough yakking. Let's get snacking. Founded as a staging post on Stane Street, the Roman road between London and Chichester, Dorking's posterity was assured with the construction of a turnpike road in 1750, which made it a staging post on the route to Brighton. The addition of a London railway line in 1867 gave rise to the abundance of well-proportioned Victorian and Edwardian buildings that we'll see around the town. Spend a little more time exploring West Street, the oldest road in Dorking, which has a unique character and is famous around the globe for its antiques trade and workshops. Look out for the plaque on William Mullin's house. A shoemaker by trade, Mullins sold up in 1619 and set sail with his family on the Mayflower in the following year. Tragically, Mullins, his wife and son all fell ill soon after reaching the New World and died just 2 months later. We'll also find Dorking Museum, which occupies the old foundry site, dating to the 1820s. If we wander left down the little alley next to Barclays Bank, we'll find St Martin's Church, designed by Henry Woodyer and completed in 1877. The flintwork alone is worth a look, and inside the church positively oozes with high Victorian art. And we're back out with our friends Thomas and Ralphie boy. Right, the car park's somewhere over that way past Dorking Leisure Centre. Wonder if they need gym instructors. We're back at the car. That was an interesting little walk, something different. It feels longer than 3 miles, but that's probably because you take loads of little winding routes through streets and back alleys and stuff like that. It definitely benefited from having the stroll through Glory Wood. That was an amazing woodland. I think if it didn't have that, it would have been a little bit bland. But there was some cool stuff to see in Dorking, wasn't there? Really liked it. Candice wanted to come here, you see, and I had the walk in the book, and we didn't want to do a particularly long walk today because of the weather. And we wanted to do sort of something to do with like a town, because then if it did rain we could sort of find somewhere to get out of the rain for a bit. So yes, worked out all right really. It was enjoyable, wasn't it? Really good. Any highlights for you?
Woodland. I did. I like the almshouses. They're nice.
Yeah, nice almshouses near the start of the walk. Glory Wood we both liked. I liked the little river section at the end, the stream and the lake.
And allotments.
Yeah, Candice actually wants an allotment. She's I said they're like dead man's shoes. She's waiting for someone to die so she can get an allotment off the council where she lives. So fingers crossed she gets it, because you know she lives in a flat, so no garden and stuff. So yeah, she'd love an allotment. And I said you could do a little channel called Little Witch on the Plot, and she could just grow stuff down there, and I could make guest appearances and stealth camp in the allotment shed. You know, it's got wheels. I'm saying it's got wheels. It could work. Anyways, right, we're going to leave you with that. So yeah, thank you for having us Dorking, and that is the end of this video and the end of this little walk. Something different. It's good. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Until next time everyone, take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe. See you later. Bye.